Let's start Ramadan with a
This
bang!
is going to be my 6th year. This is going to be the 7th year. This year is going to be my 8th year. It's year 9. 10 years. فكبكبوا فيها هم الغاوون وجنود إبليس الصلاة الذي هو يطعمني ويسقين وإذا مرضت فهو يشفين والذي
So I want to show you guys what I've been doing for my skincare recently. The entire 2024, I took a little bit of a break off of my skin. I don't know why, but it's a sad thing that I did because my skin needs a lot of help, as you can kind of see in this video. So I bought some new Korean skincare products and just like some other things that I'm doing for my health that I would love to share with you guys. That's been pretty beneficial for any of the guys and girls out there. So I just brushed my teeth with this all natural like toothpaste, and it has 10% of nanohydroxyapatite, which essentially remineralizes your teeth and prevents cavities, as well as just like helps rebuild the enamel on your skin, so on your teeth. So it's just really good natural way away from fluoride. So that's what I've been doing for my teeth. What I'm rubbing on my face right here, there's this cleanser that I'm testing out, which is also Korean, called Arencia. This is brand called Arencia, I believe. And it's their natural, purifying, hydrating moisturizer that's made out of rice, actually. So, you know, Koreans know how to do their skincare. Honestly, I wouldn't trust any other country when it comes to beauty products other than Koreans, because they just do it like the best. So the goal is to have glass skin. Now, what's special about this moisturizer, it's an all-in-one like makeup remover, it's an oil cleanser, as well as like face mask that you can use. So I left it on my skin for about 20 to 30 seconds after I rubbed it on there, and the consistency, I can say, definitely moisturizes my skin. The one that I got is formulated specifically for textured skin and like acne prone skin. So I don't necessarily have acne prone skin, but I do have texture. So hopefully this is going to help with that. Now the serum that I'm wiping on myself is called the Madagascar Centella. I believe this is a Korean-based skincare brand as well. It's also tone brightening. Sorry. And what it does is essentially just like helps texture as well as dark, like lighten up the dark spots. I have a lot of just discoloration on my skin because I had a lot of acne growing up, and I want to try my best this year to kind of improve the skin on my face. Now, what I'm doing over here is just some myofacial massages, some lymphatic drainages for my face. So I'm basically taking my skin and pushing deeply into my skin bones, kind of this helps with a little bit of asymmetries. Recently, I've been getting into just more myotherapy for my face, or my facial therapy. This is kind of freaky what I'm doing over here. I didn't record all of the things that I'm doing for my face, but this is called thumb pulling. And what that does essentially is it helps your recessed maxilla come back to the front of your face. So we all have a bone in our face, which is basically around our cheekbone area. And because majority of our generation, unfortunately, are mouth breathers, and we spend a lot of time on our phones, we spend a lot of time just in bad posture, our faces quite literally just gets ugly. Like, there's no other way to say it. You know, our health takes a hit. We have bad posture, so our lower backs can't support our upper backs, which so can't support our necks, which can't support our face. And that just leads to poor face development. So if you're someone who's kind of insecure about their face, you're not ugly, you just have bad posture, or you're just unhealthy. Okay, so cut out the processed foods, cut out all the bad stuff, do your myofascial stuff, and inshallah that should work. Okay, so I want to spend the last 10 nights of Ramadan in i'tikaf. And for those of you that don't know what i'tikaf is, is I'll leave a video down below of Sheikh Abdullah Adoro explaining it a lot thoroughly, and honestly that video was like 10 times more beneficial than this one. So when you get a chance, I would recommend just clicking that link down below after this video and just educating yourself fully on what i'tikaf is and how to get the most out of it. But this is kind of just like my relation towards it and how I intend to go about it in this last 10 nights of Ramadan. So before this Ramadan, I never thought I would want to sit in i'tikaf. You spend 10 nights inside of the masjid and you live off of the bare minimum in your life. So you cut off, you know, all communication from the outside world unless it's absolutely necessary. You know, you get off of social media, you get off the internet, you get off like your screens as much as you can. The idea behind it is like just pure isolation and pure worship. Because in all honesty, there's no better way to, number one, end the month of Ramadan, but there's no better way to get the most out of Ramadan because it's the last 10 nights. And we all know that the last 10 nights is like where you got to give it your absolute hardest. You know, when you're running a marathon, when you run a marathon, you have to set a pace, right? You have to run at a certain pace to make sure you finish at the intended time. But like the last quarter mile, everyone knows the last quarter mile or the last like kilometer, you sprint, you give it your all out because you know that you're almost at the finish line and you want to maximize as much potential as you can to get out of that race, right? So Ramadan is basically the same thing, but for us, the sprint is the last 10 nights of Ramadan. I think i'tikaf, it serves as a vehicle for us to really sit down with ourselves and just think. Because just imagine it. Imagine it, you're already isolated from the world in Ramadan. I'm sure you can feel it. You know, we're about like 2/3 of the way in. You know, our thoughts are more clear because we're not eating or drinking all day. You know, we don't have brain fog. And worship is better. Quran recitation is better. So sitting with yourself for 10 days straight in isolation in i'tikaf, what is that going to do for you? We have so much stress. We're always contemplating life. There's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. But what i'tikaf is going to do is like you're able to sit with yourself in pure isolation with the intention of, you know, gaining the forgiveness and the pleasure of Allah. Is Allah not going to give you guidance on what to ask for when you go into a state like that intentionally? There's so many thoughts in your head, and sometimes you just need to sit down with yourself and just think. Like, no phone. When's the last time you did that, right? It's like a 10-day meditation. When's the last time you just sat down, no phone, no books, or maybe you can read a book, you know, but you just sat with yourself and you just thought, right? This is a blessing in itself, you know, to walk into Ramadan and to feel like you're maximizing it. Alhamdulillah, we're 17, 18 days in by the time I'm filming this. And I feel like I'm making the most out of this Ramadan. I feel like that I'm on that spiritual high. I feel like I'm gaining the things that I wanted to gain in Ramadan, even though I didn't intend to. So I just have this fear that I'm going to exit Ramadan and I'm not going to get everything that I wanted to ask for. I was talking to my wife about this earlier tonight. Like, you got to understand everything that you want and everything that you need in this life and in the next is at your fingertips. It's right here. It's at your fingertips, bro. It's right there. All you have to do is raise your hands and ask Allah. This is the month Allah wants to give to you, bro. Like, He wants to give to you. Are you not going to take that opportunity and just beg Allah for the things that you want? So literally it's mentioned that tahajjud is like an arrow that never misses its target, right? And then when you make dua, we're told that no dua goes unaccepted. Either it's accepted in this life and it's given to you in this life, or it's given to you in the akhirah, or Allah is saving you from, like, you know, He's protecting you from that dua and He's saving something even better for you. So there's quite literally no downsides to dua. It's like only positives. There's no negatives to making dua. I just want you guys to understand like what opportunity we have in the next 10 days. Everything that you want is at your fingertips, right? And inshallah, next video I'm going to reveal one of the duas that I've been making. I want to talk about one of the duas I've been making because it's so apparent in my life. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. And I think it'd be cool, the next video, or maybe even this video, if you guys comment down like something like a habit or a dua that you've been making this Ramadan and you just feel like it's going to be accepted, you know? But yeah, guys, this is just a reminder. This video was very simple. I just showed you guys my skincare routine, and I kind of showed you guys like my Ramadan like schedule routine, like my sleeping schedule and my morning, just because I myself, I wanted to document it, what it looks like this year. The main takeaway that I have just from this entire segment, guys, is like, I'm going to be staying in i'tikaf. I encourage all of you guys, even if you can't stay in i'tikaf all 10 nights, because I can't, I have to lead taraweeh, but I'm going to go there after taraweeh to just sit there. Just sit there, just sit with yourself, turn off the freaking phone. There's been so much fitna online with like Horace J's new song, just Sahur Fest, all this fitna, like that's just brain rot, bro. That's, do you not understand? That's just frying your brain in Ramadan. That's just literally distracting you from what you need to do. That's literally distracting you from what you need, what you're supposed to be doing this month. Like, doesn't matter if Horace J has put out a nasheed. Like, that should be the least of your concerns. Like, people who are doing things incorrectly in this month should be the least of your concerns, at least in this month. Do you think like future you on like the day of judgment is going to be looking at you right now in this month, and it's going to like see you scrolling on TikTok, looking at like, you know, Muslim memes and videos and skits and stuff like that, and he needs more butter, he needs more good deeds to make it into Jannah, and then he's looking at you right now and telling, like, begging you and screaming at you like, bro, please go pray, go read more Quran, go make more dhikr. We need it to get into the Jannah. We need it to get forgiven for our sins. Yeah, that's like yeah, i'tikaf is definitely going to be interesting. I'm excited to share my thoughts after spending i'tikaf for the first time, inshallah. So next video, which is going to be the last Ramadan diaries, it's going to be a jam-packed one. We're going to be talking about my relationship with i'tikaf. I'll be revealing like a dua that I've been making all month, and I think it'll either be after Eid or before Eid, and it'll just be like a recap of like my entire Ramadan. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys are finding some type of value in these videos. I hope you're finding some form of peace and tranquility during this month of Ramadan. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe for the videos after Ramadan. I hope you're liking the content. There's a lot of stuff that's coming in store that I'm going to tell you guys probably in the next video. But this month, the entire focus is not the dunya. It's all about the deen. It's all about leveling up as a Muslim. It's all about upgrading ourselves on the inside so that we can upgrade our life on the outside. But appreciate all the love and support that you guys have been giving this series. Honestly, I've been really, really enjoying just being raw and authentic with you guys and just like connecting with you on a one-on-one basis. Finally reconnecting, not with Allah, but with you guys as well. And I really appreciate that. It just goes to show that when you devote your life to Allah and you do things for His pleasure and you do things for His happiness, He blesses you in more ways that you can imagine. You're going to feel more motivated and you're going to feel more happy just to live. Like, your quality of life without spending a single penny is going to increase. That's an idea for a whole nother video, but yeah.